I feel like we can't talk too loud because they are literally there and we are analysing the race.
But I'm going to say something positive, so it's all good.
Okay, go on then.
She won this race by, don't quote me exactly, but 3 minutes and I want to say 42 seconds last year.
That's a great memory if you can remember that.
If it's right, I deserve an ice cream.
You can have one, hon.
I'm just sitting and I feel like she's going to come out of the bus any second. I'm talking really loudly.
They are literally right next to us. Let's see if we can flip the camera around and show you.
There.
They're there. And we are just chatting about them. To be fair,
we're not nice.
No, we're just analysing the race, which is what we're here to do.
I genuinely still think she can win.
Shemai, Dani.
Shemai, Manon.
You sound so Welsh saying that. I'm so proud of you. And welcome back to the What's Occurring Fan podcast, brought to you by Rouvy. This podcast is also fueled by Science and Sport. Let's get into it. We are back in the back of the van and it is full of chaos, as always. Snacks and more snacks everywhere. Anyway, on the way to the start of stage 4, and it's time trial day. Very exciting. Dani, tell us a little bit about what we can expect in terms of the course today.
Oh, I am so excited actually for today. I love a little race of truth. It is 21 kilometres, 255 metres elevation, and it is basically flat for the first 6 kilometres. Then we have a climb of 1.8 kilometres averaging 6.9%. That's going to really make the difference. We have a plateau over the top and then a really fast non-technical descent, which is where I think it's all about daring to win. Like the most daring riders. It's not even taking risks, it's more like who can dare to go that fast, because I think they'll hit honestly like 90, 100 kilometres an hour. And then
question is, are you going to be okay on the bike going that fast?
I've not thought about it, Manon. I've not thought about it yet because I just realised.
Just get aero and you'll be fine.
I just close my eyes. I've done that a few times actually this week so far. It's a real power course today. It really has Marlen's name written all over it, and I think it's a shame actually that the descent isn't a little bit more technical, just for those riders that perhaps aren't the time trial specialist in the GC, that could make a little bit of time up here and there, but it is really about kind of who dares to go fast.
Very exciting. And obviously we have Sigrid Houset in the yellow jersey today, which will be, I feel like, what a nice stage to wear it in. She'll have a yellow skin suit, won't she?
Yellow skin suit.
Wow, I hope she's got some yellow accessories. I feel like the yellow jersey will go very nice with the team colours as well, won't it? So,
yeah.
Nice. I was chatting to Meg Shard, one of the DSs from Uno X, and she said that we should do the Norwegian Rowe. Yeah. I don't know how we fit this into the TV coverage, but maybe we'll find a way.
Is that right?
I don't know.
They like it's like.
I thought they say row. Do they not?
Oh, they say row.
I think. I don't know.
Oh.
I'm not Norwegian and I didn't really watch the football, but.
Should we see if we can get it nailed before the start?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
Yeah. Should we go to the team bus and get everybody to do it?
Yeah.
Let's do it. Anyway, apart from the row.
What a ride.
Yeah, what a ride. And also 2 minutes and 2 second lead over Kim LaCourt going into today. She could hold on to the yellow jersey.
I think she can, and I spoke to Dr. Len Parker-Simpson this morning, who's a performance coach at the team. He used to be my coach actually, and I asked him, like, is she good in this discipline? Does he think she can hang on? And he said she is good, but I think against the likes of Marlen, he mentioned, and Zoe, it's going to be really, really tight, even with that sort of lead. So it just shows how good the specialists are in this discipline. She's going to have so much morale though, and it's funny because I think she said yesterday she was hoping that today would be a rest day. Well, no.
Not anymore.
No, Sigrid, not anymore.
Kind of brought that on yourself as well.
I mean, she basically did like 100-kilometre solo time trial yesterday.
Can you imagine?
This will feel so short though.
I know, but after yesterday, like trying to get on a bike and go full gas again today, and as well, it's like how hot it was yesterday, how much that would have taken away from her. We saw like the sweat marks on her shorts.
Do you know what else he said as well, which I think is quite interesting? Not great for Sigrid, but that they recce'd the time trial with 2 riders, and she wasn't one of them, which is a shame. So they recce'd it with Katrin Allerud, who's their GC rider, and Alicia Vigilia. So,
but they've got an option to recon it this morning. Do you think she will?
At least in the car.
Yeah.
I mean, 21 kilometres, it's not a huge amount. That would be what, like a 40, at slow pace, 40 20-ish minute ride. So perhaps because it is later in the day, she'll do that because it could make such a difference. Yeah. But what other riders do sometimes is also feedback from riders that go early. So that's a really
that'll be important today.
Important role of those riders that go early to feed that information back to the DSs who will be able to communicate with the riders in the back end. He also said that it looks like the riders that are going later won't benefit as much from the tailwind because I think the wind is dropping throughout the day, so that doesn't play in her favour, but could play in the favour of Zoe Backstead,
Very
who goes a little bit earlier.
I'm really looking forward to seeing how Zoe gets on. I think she's going to smash it, but for now my arm is really hurting from holding this camera up in the air, so we're going to stop there and we'll catch up in a bit. We've made it to the start and we're outside the Uno X team bus. They've got all their equipment ready to warm up, and I don't know if you can see because of the camera skills, but there we go. Sigrid's got a yellow turbo trainer to warm up on, which will be a bit of extra mileage. It'll also be really interesting to see what other yellow little details. I mean, the team is very yellow already, but yeah,
which is good because it doesn't clash, does it?
No.
Like, if she's got any team equipment versus all like the yellow bits she'll have, the yellow skin suit.
I mean, if we're being picky, maybe a different shade of yellow.
That is being picky.
But we'll, really
important, especially if the riders haven't reconned it before today and they've closed the roads, I think, for an hour between 1 and 2, which is the time now. So yeah, we're constantly seeing riders going through. Some riders on road bikes, some on TT bikes with like the full aero helmet set up. But those riders are the ones that we think are really targeting the stage. We saw Rihanna Marcus, didn't we, going off in all her full shebang. I think she'll be really good today, actually. But it's so hot. That's another thing. It's going to be so hard for the teams to
and also
in
like a skin suit and a helmet as well. It's going to be toasty in there.
So toasty. But it's like getting that balance right between doing a really good warm up on the turbo and
I just got squirted with a water gun. Anyway, it's going to be a really hard balance between getting the riders physically warmed up for the time trial, because it is short, it's going to be 25 to 30 minutes, but also not allowing them to really overheat, so it takes it away, takes the performance gains away. And it's also like, there's obviously a lot of races going in one. There's a lot of riders who'll just be chilling today.
Oh yeah, well, you
not
say chilling, but actually to make the time cut, because of how fast the riders go
at the
start, well, kind of like the best time trial riders, at the front of the race. Yeah, you still have to go pretty hard.
You don't know what time they're going to do until they're finished, and if you're going off early and you take it really easy and then you miss the time cut, that's a bit of a nightmare. But yeah, that's it from the start at the moment. We'll be back in a bit. Okay, we are fresh off stage 4. No. I was just saying I'm a bit sweaty and sticky, but that's what we get when we're in France in August and it's 37 degrees. The stage is just finished, and no surprise, our world time trial champion Marlen Reusser stormed to victory. I guess we should probably just have our stage analysis like we just done all over again, Dani, to the What's Occurring Fam.
Let's do it.
So Marlen Reusser, we all knew that she was going in today as out and out favourite. She was, I think everybody expected her to be pretty solid today, and she was. You managed to go behind the bike with her. How was that?
It was so cool. I mean, I started my day behind Dani Hangeveld, who is the Dutch national champion for Visma bike. She was going all in, so that was a really nice chance for me to see the course and see how she executed it, and that was really cool. They just go so fast, honestly, around the corners. The first kilometre was so technical, and I didn't realise it was actually cobbled corners as well, so it was super slippery. I could almost feel it on the motorbike, but anyway, that was really cool. And then I waited, and then I started behind Zoe Backstead, and then I kind of picked up then Pauline and Demi, but I saw a few of the other GC riders going through in between. And when Marlen Reusser came past me, it was just such a contrast of not just speed compared to everyone else, but also just style and composure and how solid she was on the bike. Because when Anna passed me, I actually updated the commentators group, because you never know what's being shown on screen. And Anna was in and out of the saddle, and that is a real kind of telltale sign that she's just not comfortable, she's not found her rhythm. And I thought, I'm not sure about how this is going to go for Anna today. But yeah, Marlen, super solid, picking all the fastest lines. She was like hugging the curb, getting so close to the fans, but she knows how to execute a time trial, doesn't she? So it was pretty special to be behind her.
And you were mentioning how fast the time trial was. I spoke to Kristen Faulkner after the stage, and she said she doesn't think she's ever been that fast on a bike, which is crazy. And yeah, to hold that position on the TT bike, it must have been pretty scary for some of the riders, I think, when you're going full gas.
Yeah, most of them got out onto the outer handlebars compared to the skis, but I saw 110 kilometers an hour at one point.
So fast.
So fast. And it's all about holding your nerve as well, because it was super straight, so they knew that they didn't have to kind of brake and navigate
There's no surprises
turns.
coming.
There weren't surprises coming, but also you're on a time trial bike, so it's just
with
handles
the
differently.
The wind.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, super duper impressive.
Super duper. I guess we should talk about Team Visma Lisa bike, because they're right here next to us. Pauline Pramprevost, she was kind of a big question mark going in today because we haven't seen her do much time trialling before, and we spoke about Marlen and how at home and comfortable she looks on a time trial bike, and you can sort of tell with Pauline that she hasn't maybe spent that much time on the time trial bike. Her position wasn't quite as dialed in as some of the other TT specialists, let's say. What did you make of? Did you follow her on the bike?
I did, yeah.
What did you make?
Completely that. And actually, it was vastly different, her position. The biggest thing you can see from behind is your head, and you don't want to be able to see your head because it's such a block to the wind. And when I was behind Dani, pretty much everyone else, you couldn't see their heads. And then with Pauline, you could just see this big aero helmet, and I was thinking, oh my goodness, you're losing so much time.
I've been thinking about this because they've obviously clearly been doing aero testing. They've been in the tunnel, they've clearly tested this. They wouldn't send her to the Tour de France Femmes without testing. But do you think it's from her mountain bike background? When you think of the position on a mountain bike, you are so much more upright, to the hip position, everything is just upright, whereas on a time trial bike it is the complete opposite. Do you think it's maybe the aero position? If she had a really aero position, she couldn't quite get the power out? That's the only sort of reason I can think of, that she wasn't any lower or her head wasn't more tucked in and she had just a bit more compact.
Yeah, I think it takes time to perfect a position, but not just perfect a position, because you can be as aerodynamic as you like, but if you can't hold it when you're producing the power, then you might as well not have it. So I think it's just that maybe they haven't had enough time to actually perfect it at power for a duration of time, rather than kind of not investing in the bike, because she must have spent time on the time trial bike, but maybe her body composition and the way she pedals, how she produces power, meant that she just couldn't be in that position with the limited time that she had from when the route was announced.
Let me just have a quick look on Pro Cycling Stats at how much time she lost. Because
over 2 minutes, I think.
Yeah, I think she was... Let's see, it might not have even been updated yet because it's so close to the... Oh, here we go.
Yeah, 2 minutes 12.
2 minutes 12 down. Right, you're Pauline Pramprevost. You won last year and you are now 2 minutes and 12 seconds down. I feel like we can't talk too loud because they are literally there and we are analysing the race.
But I'm going to say something positive, so it's all good.
Okay, go on then.
She won this race by... don't quote me exactly, but 3 minutes and I want to say 42 seconds last year.
That's a great memory if you can remember that.
If it's right, I deserve an ice cream.
You can have one, hon.
I'm just sitting and I feel like she's going to come out of the bus any second. And I'm a bit of a fan. I would be thinking, okay, not my best day. We knew it wasn't going to be my best day. However, how do we make up time now? My terrain...
where did she make up time?
My terrain is yet to come. The long climbs, so...
Do you think they were expecting this, the team?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do. I don't know exactly how much time they suspected that they would lose. I'm talking really loudly.
They are literally right next to us. Let's see if we can flip the camera around and show you.
There.
They're there. And we are just chatting about them. To be fair,
we're not nice.
No, we're just analysing the race, which is what we're here to do.
I genuinely still think she can win.
Really? Who is your pick for the overall?
Well, I'm really hate doing picks. I said Demi if I was putting money on it, but top 3 I would said Demi, Pauline and Marlen because of the time trial and the type of climb that Mont Ventoux is. I think this race is still really alive. And
it definitely is, yeah.
I love the fact that we've had a time trial this early.
Really spices up, doesn't it?
Yeah, because now teams are going to have to race differently and
completely
less conservatively, and it's going to put pressure on Movistar to control and have strength in numbers and to have riders in the break to take pressure off Marlen to have to chase. I think it's great.
We'll have a little chat about the other GC contenders on today's time trial. Anna van der Breggen, she finished
biggest shock for me today.
1 minute 9 seconds back. And when you think about where she finished at the Giro d'Italia, obviously it was a very different time trial, very hilly. Maybe expecting her to be a bit further up.
Oh, for sure. I think for me she was kind of, I'm not going to say loser because I hate that word, but the biggest surprise today. Yeah. Because of her time trialling pedigree. She's a very, very strong time trialist. So, yeah, that's not ideal for her. And I think mentally that won't be great either. And it's going to put SD Worx in a position where they're now going to have to race super, super duper aggressively. And I think, do you know what? This is why it's difficult to have these split objectives, I think, with Lorena being the sprinter and having Anna van der Breggen as, you know, a GC rider, because you know, the way that the team's selected and where their focuses are on specific stages. Like, we only need to scroll back a couple of days to when Anna was working to try and get Rihanna Marcus back. Like, what did that take out of her? You know, you just never know. So, yeah, I think it's a shame for Anna, and hopefully she rides into a bit more form in the next few days.
But SD Worx also had Misha Bredevold in 5th place, 44 seconds back.
Yeah, and again, it's difficult, isn't it? Because obviously Misha wanted her own opportunity. Was she realistically going to win? I'm not sure. Is she going for GC? No. Does she need to help Anna? Yes. So it's kind of like, who makes these decisions? You know? Because that would have taken a lot out of her. Yeah, it's only 21k, 27 minutes, but it's the whole warm-up procedure would be a little bit different to those riders that are just trying to get through time cut. Obviously, the race itself,
very interesting. One to dwell on.
Yeah.
Cassia,
very good ride.
I heard, was it Taylor and I think Zoe? They do a little kind of roundup or podcast, and they were calling her Queen Cassia. So now I want to call her Queen Cassia.
She is a queen.
Queen K.
5 stars, by the way. Did you see her previews on the?
Love
5 star
those.
for Cassia today.
Yeah, 5 stars. Yeah, great ride from Cassia. Really strong.
Yeah. Obviously invested a huge amount in her time trialling ability, because that was one of the GC riders we were thinking, it might be a little bit of a difficult day for her, but no, brilliant day.
Yeah, obviously Sigrid was heading into today in that yellow jersey. She had great day out. There were great crowds here. What a way to spend a day in yellow. But now it's gone to Marlen Reusser and Movistar team to defend, so let's see how long they can keep that jersey for. Heading into one more thing I wanted to say about the time trial at Marlen was when I was, is your arm okay, Dani?
Yeah, it's fine. I just had a little rest on my
arm. We really need, we need a tripod. We will invest in a tripod. When I was going around the team buses doing bike checks, I went over and did one with Movistar, and Marlen just got back from her recon, and the mechanics were there and then, maybe it literally must have been like an hour and a half before she was off, maybe a little bit more, were changing the chainring on a bike. So she did have a 58 tooth chainring, and then she went up to a 60 tooth chainring because she felt like she needed more gears. And I feel like the speeds that they were going today, I remember Kirsten said that at some points, like, she was running out of gears, she just couldn't pedal fast enough for the speed that she was going. So yeah, clearly a very, very fast day.
Yeah, gear choice was so important today, like over 100 kilometres an hour, and then the difference would have been that she would have been able to keep pedalling and gain even more speed there. So it's not always just the climb, is it? It's
and it's also the confidence to make those decisions. Like, she'd obviously gone out in the morning and reconned them, and to come back and make those little tweaks and decisions that clearly probably helped her gain a lot of time today. Heading in, we need to do our
Rouvy Rider of the Day.
Wow, we were in sync then.
It's got to be Marlen.
It's Marlen, Marlen Reusser. I mean, she is the time trial world champion for a reason. She is the queen of time trialing. Great performance from her today. And she just looks so good on a bike as well. Just
Solid
looks
as a rock.
Yeah, just solid. In the World Champs stripes, just looks classy. Marlen Reusser. Heading into tomorrow. Very different stage to today. Very lumpy. Dani, give us a little preview.
I'm so excited about tomorrow. It's one of the biggest days in the Tour de France. It is 140 kilometres, 2,900 metres of elevation, but it is up and down all day. There's literally no kilometre of flat road. It's twisty, it's turny, great for a breakaway, but also great for a huge GC fight because there's 8 classified climbs. There's a bonus point sprint available with seconds, only a few seconds, 6, 4 and 2, but there's so many opportunities for launch pads into the finish. I believe the final climb tops out with about 10 kilometres to go, and it's pretty much all downhill to the finish, so we're going to have fireworks tomorrow.
I feel like just having the time trial now and then going straight into that stage tomorrow,
so
it's
good.
going to be, it's a recipe for a good old stage, and yeah, we can't wait. We haven't actually spoken about this before coming on, but who should be our Science and Sport rider to watch?
What? A rider to watch, Science and Sport rider to watch tomorrow has to be.
This is a good one.
This is a good one. I would say... Do you know who I would say who's not actually mentioned in this time trial preview? And maybe you can just quickly have a look at how she did today.
Go on.
Kim LaCourte.
Oh, do you think?
The reason I'm saying that
finish,
because she's
actually?
super punchy, and the way she attacked that final 4th category climb yesterday, she was just so hungry.
She is hungry for it, actually, isn't she?
And I just think, I reckon
She's keen.
it really suits her tomorrow.
So she was 39th today, 2 minutes and 22 seconds down.
Okay, and she's going for GC, so I feel like Mont Ventoux doesn't really suit her either. Yeah. Were you happy with that?
No, we can go with Kim LaCourte, and I can imagine her and the team are going to be super aggressive tomorrow as well. She's got the team to do that. So yeah, Kim LaCourte is our Science and Sport rider to watch.